Be an extraordinary leader, a vegan leader.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Bringing plant-based meals to schools will help students establish healthy eating habits that will last a lifetime. Not only do these foods help students stay focused and energized in the classroom today, but they also reduce long-term risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and other chronic diseases. Dr. Neil Barnard. Please watch on to learn about the rising movement to add vegan meal options to schools across the world.
If you hear Quelle belle journée, it means what a beautiful day in French, the official language of Saint Martin. I am Nadika. The people of picturesque Saint Martin are grateful to you for lovingly sustaining the environment and caring deeply for the world in which we all live.
As parents, we love our children and want the best for them in life. Invariably, this means the best possible health and education for the young ones. Yet our understanding of how to achieve these objectives is constantly changing with the times. The Transformative Education for a Sustainable Future series examines conscious education, one in which the focus is on helping our children reach their highest potentials and achieving the long-term sustainability of our planet. Your goal and ours are the same, to see to it that our children blossom as individuals and to help shape a resplendent future for them and their posterity.
Welcome to our show entitled Transformative Education for a Sustainable Future, Vegan School Meal Options Part 1 of 2. Today, we would like to lovingly share with our dear viewers examples of how vegan meal options in schools around the world are helping to create the harmony and balance that we all pray our children will have throughout their lives. Most people are aware that livestock raising is a grossly inefficient use of our natural resources, contributing to the large-scale destruction of our precious rainforests, oceans, and other ecosystems on which our flora and fauna depend. Discussion of a plant-based diet is important also because of its health implications. Poor health in children has become epidemic in many countries in the last decades. One telling sign is the rise of childhood obesity. In just 40 years, the number of children and adolescents aged 5 to 19 with obesity has risen more than tenfold worldwide, from 11 million to 124 million as of 2016. One possible explanation is the inadequacy of the nutritional guidelines provided by many countries, according to a recent analysis of the dietary guidelines of 85 countries in July 2020 by 8 researchers from 4 universities in the UK, USA, and Australia, titled The Healthiness and Sustainability of National and Global Food-Based Dietary Guidelines. The task force found that national guidelines could be both healthier and more sustainable. The conclusion reads in part:
providing clearer advice on limiting in most contexts the consumption of animal-sourced foods, in particular beef and dairy, was found to have the greatest potential for increasing the environmental sustainability of dietary guidelines.
In the case of the USA, although Americans have followed the USDA's dietary guidelines since their inception in 1980, there has been a sharp increase in nutrition-related diseases in the last few decades, according to the Nutrition Coalition TNC, a non-profit educational organization founded in 2015. One plausible explanation for this concerning trend is that meat is recommended as a protein source in the dietary guidelines. Many studies have shown that meat is an inferior source of protein compared to plant food. For example, the largest study ever done on health and nutrition, the China study, has shown conclusively that consuming even a small amount of meat is detrimental to health. Another possible explanation for the declining health of Americans is that under the dietary guidelines, dairy is actively promoted as one of the 5 basic food groups. Current USDA dietary guidelines recommend that students drink 2 cartons of milk every day with the option of yogurt for breakfast and a cheese stick for lunch. This is despite compelling studies that milk and other dairy products are not just unnecessary for optimal health, but it is also the number 1 source of artery clogging, saturated fat, contributing to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and Alzheimer's disease. Studies have further linked dairy products to an increased risk of breast, ovarian, and prostate cancers. So, what is the best diet from a nutritional standpoint? Study after study in the last decades has shown that a whole food plant-based diet is the healthiest. For instance, recently in 2014, a comparative study of over 1,800 vegans, vegetarians, and omnivores by a task force involving the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, a UN intergovernmental agency, and 7 faculty members from universities in Europe concluded that the results indicated consistently the vegan diet as the most healthy one. The largest dietetic academies of the USA, UK, Canada, and Australia also recognize a well-balanced vegan diet as healthy for all stages of life. A plant-based diet can be a lifesaver, literally.
Bringing plant-based meals to schools will help students establish healthy eating habits that will last a lifetime. Not only do these foods help students stay focused and energized in the classroom today, but they also reduce long-term risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and other chronic diseases. Dr. Neil Barnard.
Let us now pause for a short stroll in the garden to enjoy the blooming flowers. We will return momentarily to share some wonderful examples of successful vegan school lunch programs. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Be veg, go green to save the children.
Warning: you might find the content herein disturbing, but the truth must be revealed.
Welcome back, beloved friends. Health and the environment are not the only reasons to shy away from meat and dairy consumption. It is also important to remember that raising livestock for food is a deeply immoral proposition, inflicting unimaginable suffering on billions of innocent animal friends every year. It is a heartless practice that runs counter to the tenets of love and compassion central to all the major faiths of the world. Conversely, practicing and learning about veganism in school helps to nurture empathy and kindness in children, which are qualities essential for the child's social and spiritual development. Fortunately, as awareness soars across the globe about the harms of meat and dairy and the virtues of a plant-based diet, many schools have begun adding vegan options to their meal offerings. In 2006, for example, a survey of food service directors in the USA by the School Nutrition Association found that 5% of elementary, 6% of middle, and 10% of high schools offered vegan options. By 2017, the School Nutrition Association found that 14% of school districts across the country offer vegan lunches, up from 11.5% of schools offering vegan lunches in 2016. One standout among these school districts is the largest school district in the USA, the New York City Public School District. In 2017, all 1,200 schools within the New York City Public School District made the commitment to offer at least one plant-based meal daily. Also highly impressive is the Santa Barbara Unified School District. According to the Santa Barbara Independent, an extraordinary 50% of the cafeteria meals served in this district are vegan as of 2018. At the collegiate level, according to a survey in 2017, a whopping 70% of colleges and universities in the USA now offer at least one daily vegan meal option, up from only 28% in 2014. In addition, of the 1,500 colleges surveyed, 19% offered all vegan dining stations, a number that had grown from just 9% in 2016. The idea of adding meat-free school meal options is also gaining a foothold in other parts of the world. In 2016, the Israel Ministry of Health mandated all schools to serve weekly vegetarian meals, some of which are vegan. In 2017, Brazil adopted the Conscious Eating Brazil policy with an aim of increasing fruits and vegetables and decreasing meat in the country's school lunches. The policy led to some school districts adding vegan meals. In 2018, Portugal introduced legislation requiring public bodies to provide at least one vegan option on their menus following a petition. In 2019, a Scottish council agreed to provide vegan meals in all its schools after one Vegan Moms Challenge. In the USA, schools that participate in the National School Lunch Program, or NSLP, the largest lunch program in the country, are permitted to replace animal meat with plant-based foods like tofu, beans, and soy meat alternatives. Based on this, some public schools in the US have taken the plunge into serving vegetarian meals full-time. One of the first to do so is public school p1o2 in New York, which went 100% meat-free in 2012. As a result of this change, obesity rates at PS244Q have gone down, attendance has increased, and children get sick less often. Since 2010, an exciting new vegan school phenomenon has also been sweeping the globe. These are private schools and preschools that do not rely on government funding and have chosen to switch to a fully vegan menu or have opened their doors as 100% plant-based schools. More than 10 of these vegan schools now exist in the world as of 2021. We are grateful to all the wise educational pioneers of the world who are doing their part to raise awareness about the importance of the plant-based diet for the health of our children and the sustainability of our planet, our only home. We hope that more educators and schools will follow suit and offer vegan meals while teaching children and their parents how to live lifestyles that promote wellness and life for all beings. For more information on vegan school lunch programs, please visit www.pcrm.org and search for Vegan School Lunch Program. Contented viewers, thank you for your uplifting presence today. Please join us again for part 2 of our show on Tuesday, June 22nd. Up next is The Power of Love, a Master's Sacrifice, part 2 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May you live in wonderment of the everyday miracles all around in God's glory.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím, navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule a suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Vegan, true human.